ready?
Nice.
All right, thank you. We'll go ahead and call our monthly budget committee meeting to order, and I will ask Ms. Sarah to call the roll.
Danny Elvis, Nancy Barker, John Gibson,
Here.
Joshua Gillum,
Here.
Tom Kern, Robbie Palmer,
Here.
and Jason Roach.
Here.
Mr. Chairman, we have 4 members present constituting a quorum.
Thank you, ma'am. Does anybody have any corrections to make to the agenda? And if not, a motion to approve. So, thank you, Mr. Gibson. Is there a second? Second by Mr. Palmer. All in favor, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, nay. Motion carries. We'll move on to the approval of the minutes from December 15th. Thank you, Mr. Palmer. Seconded by Mr. Gillum. All in favor, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, nay. Motion carries. It takes us to the public comment section. Does anybody have anything they want to share with us today? So we'll move on to resolutions. And it looks like the first resolution we're going to look at is 2026-0102. Approval to apply for and accept a grant from the Tennessee Department of Transportation Aeronautics Division for engineering services for site prep of hangar expansion at Hawkins County Airport.
Make a motion, send on.
Thank you, Mr. Gillum. Is there a second?
Second.
Seconded by Mr. Palmer. Are there any questions about this resolution?
Is there any, I don't see it, there's no local match.
There is a 5% match, but that will come when we actually vote for it. It may be a different amount, a little bit, but not much. When we vote to approve the acceptance of it, yeah.
And how many hangers do we think we'll be gaining out of this?
We're hoping for 10. That's what we're site prepping for, but when we get to the point where we're putting it out for bid, we will ask for bids on 6, 8, and 10. But we're prepping for 10 for the site right now.
If I remember correctly, you all have already got some calls about folks interested in renting the new hangars, right? I
Certainly.
mean, we don't feel like they'll sit empty very long.
No, not at all.
And we charge what per month?
It's, right now we're charging based on the square footage, and it's based on whether there's pavement in front of your hangar, because there's so much of a difference in a lot of the hangars. All these 10 will be the same.
Okay. Anybody have any other questions? Will you call the roll, please?
John Gibson,
Yes.
Robbie Palmer,
Yes.
Joshua Gillum,
Yes.
and Jason Roach.
Yes.
4 yes, motion carries.
2026-0103, approval for Hawkins County Highway Department to lease a Kyle Sarah copter.
Motion, send on.
Mr. Gillum, is there a second?
Second.
Second by Mr. Gibson. Any discussion?
Robbie Palmer,
Yes.
John Gibson,
Yes.
Jason Roach,
Yes.
and Joshua Gillum.
Yes.
4 yes, motion carries.
2026-0104, approval to adopt the official IRS standard mileage rate.
So moved.
Thank you, Mr. Gibson.
Second.
Second by Mr. Gill. Any questions? I do kind of have a question on this one, and I guess Eric Goodwin is going to answer it. Maybe you have an answer.
Try to.
The word in Hawkins County shall automatically adopt and implement the official IRS standard mileage rate as intermittently adjusted. Just, I know it ain't a lot. We're talking about pennies, really. But anytime we're talking about an increase in cost automatically, it kind of makes me a little bit nervous.
Fair point.
Can you elaborate on that a little bit?
The state mimics it, and then we turn around and mimic it too. What we have right now is lagging timing. So if we get wind of this change, and then we follow suit a month later. We have employees, as you're very well aware of, who work shoulder to shoulder with state employees, and so they're getting a reimbursement at a different rate by 1 month potentially than their counterparts doing the same work. So it's just an effort to speed up that timeline and fair it up But I do understand what you're saying, when you tie it to there, you're moving when they move, but for instance, this time it's moving from 70 cents to 72 cents, so it's a 2-cent increase. We could always repeal it if there was a drastic increase where, you know, it was $1, which I don't foresee that happening. I think when I first got here, it was in the 47 or 48 cent range. Over the last 8 years, it's incrementally went up to 72 cents now, so. Just the time to streamline it and then to not come in here every single time and present that to you. Usually it's once annually, but I know there was, I think, a time during COVID where we come in here 2 or 3 times in one given year to tweak this rate over and over again, so. If it's not the will of the committee, we'll keep doing it every time it changes. If it is, we'll do it automatically.
Can we do, is there a possibility to do something where we just reimburse county employees based on the change after the fact? Which I know it's more work on your office, I guess.
It depends then on the effective date of the resolution, and so then you're passing a February resolution effective January 1st. This just kept us from getting into that situation. But yeah, normally when we pass it for the beginning of the next month. We normally don't go retroactive, but we could.
I don't know, it's just maybe the principle of the matter, automatically going up in allocation, match the federal government. It's just a matter of principle, I guess. Anybody else have any questions or concerns? I will say, because I know we've got to have everybody voting yes to move it on. I'll vote yes to move it on out of committee, but I'm going to consider it. And I know my name's on it, but I'll consider it a little more deeply as we get into the commission. So, Ms. Sarah, will you call the roll, please?
Bobby Palmer,
Yes.
John Gibson,
Yes.
Joshua Gillum,
Yes.
and Jason Roach.
Yes.
4 yes, motion carries.
2026-0105, approval of surplus office equipment from circuit court clerk.
So moved.
Thank you, Mr. Gibson. Second by Mr. Palmer. Any questions? Can you call the roll?
John Gibson,
Yes.
Joshua Gillum,
Yes.
Robbie Palmer,
Yes.
and Jason Roach.
Yes.
4 yes, motion carries.
2026-0106, approval of surplus sheriff's office vehicle and donate to the police department of the city of Swan. Thank you, Mr. Palmer. Second by Mr. Gillum.
I do have a question about this, and I don't see anybody's sure part of it here. So, if we go to 2023 cruiser from Hawkins County Sheriff's Department, and we just bought some, we just approved buying some vehicles.
That 2023 is not the year of the vehicle. That's the year it was.
Or 2015, I'm sorry. So, I guess the sheriff department cannot use the force anymore?
It looks like we didn't even buy it. It's given to us by
It was
right.
given, what I'm saying, it was given to us, but it's still in good enough shape to give us one. So, the sheriff department needs vehicles anyway. I guess that's my biggest question.
You don't have any answers to the sheriff's office?
Sir, unfortunately not.
My question is, is it outfitted as a cruiser, or is it just like a standard car? It is a cruiser.
I believe it to be a cruiser, because that's what RPD used it before it was donated to the county. Now, why the county wants to donate it to the city of Sherwood, I couldn't answer that, but I do believe it is a cruiser outfitted vehicle.
Could be, we bought vehicles with them right around this time, 2023-ish. It could be that they thought they was gonna need it, now it's turned out they don't, since we bought all those vehicles.
I mean, if the sheriff's office has it and it's sitting there not being used and Sir needs it, I probably would have given it to Sir. But I see your point, Commissioner Palmer, that we we are in a constant need of rotating vehicles in and out. But I mean, they've surplus quite a few cruisers since then to sell for public auction. At least this one's going to somebody in Hawkins County to use. I don't know. I think if they don't, it seems to me that if they're going to surplus it and they don't have it in service and somebody else in the county can use it, I'm okay with that.
And I get my, thing on why they do it is, civilians are not gonna drive as many miles as the county would. I mean, I'll vote for it to pass it on, and like, the previous motion, I've got questions too, so.
Anybody else have questions? Sarah, will you call the roll, please?
John Gibson,
Yes.
Robbie Palmer,
Yes.
Joshua Gillum,
Yes.
Jason Roach.
Yes.
4 yes, motion carries.
2026-0107, budget amendment general fund.
Motion to send.
Mr. Gillum, is there a second? Second by Mr. Palmer. Ms. Sarah?
John Gibson,
Oh, sorry.
This is for 107, this is for the contribution, this is for $100,000 that was passed previously. So it's the budget amendment.
It's just been.
Yeah, it's just follow up what was previously done.
This is a new money, just an amendment.
No, it's just putting in the budget so we can legally expend it.
All right, that was my question, I apologize.
Oh, I'm glad you stopped to ask a question, because I did have a question about this. Can you give me the story on why someone was taxed in error and the chancellor had to order it reversed?
I cannot, it dates back to, I think he said 2017.
Wow. So now I get the money back?
Well, if you pass it. I have a very lengthy judgment. If you want to catch with me later, I can probably show it to you, but I honed in on the Hawkins County owes this part and got you that number in here, but there's a very lengthy document that I'm sure tells quite a narrative about it. Also, the other parties involved, I'm sure, you be very detailed.
Any other questions? Now, Ms. Sarah.
John Gibson,
Yes.
Joshua Gillum,
Yes.
Robbie Palmer,
Yes.
and Jason Roach.
Yes.
4 yes, motion carries.
126-0108, budget amendment, solid waste. Thank you, Mr. Palmer. Second by Mr. Gillum. Any discussion?
Joshua Gillum,
Yes.
Jason Roach,
Yes.
Robbie Palmer,
Yes.
and John Gibson.
Yes.
4 yes, motion carries.
2026-0109, highway fund budget amendment. Thank you, Mr. Palmer.
Second.
Second by Mr. Gibson. Discussion.
Thought about this, but Danny, are we ready for the snow this weekend?
Well, just pray it don't get here.
That makes us ready. If it's not here, we're ready.
Solid plan.
At least you have better equipment now to work with than that.
That's right.
All right, Ms. Sarah, we call the roll on that one.
Robbie Palmer,
Yes.
Joshua Gillum,
Yes.
John Gibson,
Yes.
and Jason Roach. 4 yes, motion carries.
All right, do you have some out of orders for us to consider here? Is that what these?
They're not out of orders. I'll only tell you what they are. I was thinking about running them out of order, but Mayor Metz and I discussed that it could wait till next month, and it probably is better to just put it in the regular agenda. One of them, the one that's stapled together, is an interlocal agreement with Rogersville too. If they need our help and we need their help, it just formalizes what we're already doing. And Mayor Metz is big on formalizing stuff since he took over. So I agree, it needs to be done, it needs to be put on paper. The other one is a single page, and it is also an interlocal agreement, but it is concerning brine that we would purchase from the city of Rogersville if needed. Our guys have a way to distribute it, and we would put it mostly on parking lots, county parking lots and such. But we didn't want to combine the two because the single page one involves some charges, and this one just involves, giving things back and forth. But I wanted to show it to you all and get your general opinion. You don't even have to vote on it, but your general opinion, should we put it on next month's agenda?
So, do we have an interlocal agreement with other towns?
No.
So this would be the first one?
Yes.
Is it something we need to pursue with the other towns?
I don't think we do as much with the other towns, but I'd be open to it. You know, if I mean, we've got a mayor sitting in the room. I don't know if he wants to think about it or not.
And
He's deep in thought.
yeah, the answer is I'm county commissioner today. Danny, as far as premix brine, are you finding yourself in positions where you have to purchase that from the town?
Don't use it.
It's for our maintenance department.
Just for the
I'm
maintenance
sorry.
department? Okay.
When we had the freezing snow, it was hard to clear our parking lots. So the maintenance guys, at the end of the year last year, we had a little bit of money left over in our budget. We purchased a large storage container, and their thoughts were if we could treat the parking lots prior to the snow, that it would be a lot easier to remove it. We have this parking lot here, a parking lot across the street. We have two health departments, Justice Center, the library area. I think the city of Rogersville does most of that. But we have a lot of parking lots that we have to clear when it snows, and they have to come in on the weekend or before the snow or whatever. And we just felt like it would benefit us to pre-treat just like they do roads. So we were going to buy the brine from the city of Rogersville because they were so cheap. Called them, talked to them about it. They said, sure. This was way before John even became mayor. We started getting this together last winter because of the problems we were having clearing our parking lots.
Would there be a markup on the brine that they're selling?
It's at cost.
At cost.
Okay, I see what you
And that would just be with the city of Rogersville because it's so close.
And
Did
I
we
ask a
put that?
question, will that include the East Hawkins
It
Complex
will.
in Churchill?
Mhm.
Yeah.
We had to hire that to be cleared last year,
Yeah.
That's what I thought.
the East Hawkins County Complex. So if you think about it, our two maintenance guys have a lot of parking lots to take care of, sidewalks, parking lots. We pre-treat, it's a lot easier on them.
I mean, will the city of Rogersville be able to supply enough for us and them?
Yes.
They've agreed to, it's not gonna be that much, but the guys can put the container in the back of the truck, drive through the parking lots and spray the parking lots before the snow is here.
You said, Danny, you all don't use brine at all, do you?
And there's nothing that the highway department uses that we could use instead.
We have salt.
For parking lot,
If it's asphalt and not chip and seal, it would work. If it's chip and seal or black rock, it'll disintegrate it and take it to the subgrade.
and so like the concrete, the salt is really bad for concrete. So sidewalks and things like that could not use the salt. I know if you'll think about maybe 6 years ago, the condition of our sidewalk out front, it was just flaking apart. It's because salt had been used on that.
Well, Rogersville puts brine down. They're probably doing it tomorrow. They put brine down and found it effective to let it melt before it even gets to be a problem or start to melt. So,
Wait till Saturday.
yeah. Well, I thought we were praying it didn't happen.
All right. Does anybody else have any questions? So we'll see them in,
Yeah, it'll be presented to you all, budget committee meeting next month, at least the one that's the charge, and then we'll have it on the agenda.
if you'd like, I'll volunteer for mine to be on.
Okay, gotcha.
I have one for Mr. Gibson. Are we gonna do it out of order for the leftover bridge money.
So, glad you brought that up. I didn't know if we want to do that as out of order or put it in next month. I forgot to get that in before the deadline to get this month. It's the one we had pulled a month or 2 months ago at this point about reallocating the bridge money.
It passed committee, right? Or did you pull
I
it
think
in?
we pulled it in committee. Yeah, I don't have a problem submitting it out of order if we already have one in out of order what we're doing.
We refresh all that. I know the general idea.
Right now, we had 1 million allocated with a specific wording, and now Eric probably speak that better about that Christian Valley Bridge.
I've slept a few times since then myself, but yes, we had 1.5, a certain portion of it has already been spent for engineering, but then TDOT took the project over, so there was 1.35 or so million that was gonna be left, that, you know, either was going to fall back into fund balance or could be repurposed for other, road issues. Spoke to Autumn about it. Spoke to Autumn about whether it was even necessary because it was already allocated, but the original language is very specific, it was for Goshen Valley. So even though it would still be for bridge or road construction, they felt it'd be more appropriate for you all to reaffirm that this is the consensus of the county legislative body, that it could be used for other bridge or road maintenance and not just specifically Goshen Valley. So if you wanted to let that fall, then no action was needed. If you wanted to reallocate it for other purposes, then you would need to have a resolution as such.
So we could run the resolution as it is and amend it in the full commission meeting.
Well, there's nothing currently in the packet.
If we run it out of order.
If we run out of order.
And then you could amend it in the full commission.
I don't know that his needs to be amended. There was question whether or not it was even necessary, and it is necessary because the specific language was to Goshen Valley, to isolate Goshen Valley bridge problem.
Danny, can you hold off another month, or is it something you really need to do this month?
I got people walking on 2 bridges. And the engineers waiting for me to give him the go ahead, and I can't give him the go ahead till I got the funds.
I'd be in favor of running it as out of order.
Anybody happen to know what resolution number that was?
I'll find it and get it re-edited to be out of order for this month.
I want to say November of number 2, but I'm not positive.
I'll find it. And get it over to you.
Danny, how many bridges you been having help you take care of?
Next year, the 2 bridges that are down are around 250 each. So, should do 4, maybe 5 bridges, just according to what work they need.
And these are all the bridges on that, the list we had to take care of before the state.
Of 118.
A lot of-
We had 113 more to go.
Chip it away.
I just
Chip it away.
resubmit it as out of order.
I mean, that would save it being amended.
I guess that's how the cat ate the mattock, ain't it?
That's right.
All right.
Just a question. So we've got 118 bridges that we have to address before the state.
No,
We've got 121 total, count Goshen Valley, that are fire to pool that needs work. Some of them needs replacing, some of them needs tops, some of them just needs minor repairs, but they're fire to pool.
Do you know when the work on Goshen Valley is going to be started?
27.
Well, so that takes us, I guess, to the discussion about opioid funds.
And I'm gonna keep that very brief. But as you saw in the package today, you're allocating the $100,000 officially in the budget amendment. The problem is the allocation that you are chipping away so it doesn't get reclawed from the state was $286,000. So I just want to remind you, there's $186,000 that still needs to be allocated before March. I know there was a lot of talk about the, I don't know the right word for it, but the home, the rehabilitation home. I don't know if that's materializing in time, so I just want you all to be thinking, do you want to maybe do something like you've already done and increase those allocations? Is there something really different you'd like to do? Or do you want to let the state claw it back? But have all that in mind.
I think option 3 is not what we want.
I figured.
It's becoming a little bit difficult to find an organization that qualifies for this. And Families Free in Johnson City is purchasing a house for their women's facility. It's men's is up there at the former prison, but they've got a house in Johnson City. This one's located next to it. They're purchasing a house for $300,000, and I know that the question is how many Hawkins County people does it serve, and I can't tell you on that one, but that would be a potential place to put some of it.
I know there's gonna be some discussion on Thursday about public safety about possibility of using some of it, so. I'd like to see us use county funds, county.
Yeah, I mean absolutely that should come first, but in lieu of giving it back to the state, if there's any left over at the deadline, that might be a place to stick it.
Sober living house here, we're too far away from that. You don't have well, based on my conversation, somebody else may know better.
And we'll get money next year too, so.
Yeah, but there's just no, you just don't have a location, and trying to throw that together in 60 days.
Yeah, the timeline is gonna be too tight, I think, for that to materialize. It may be a fine long-term plan, but I think there's gonna be something more feasible in the short term to push this money out.
I'm sure they'd throw a plan together, but one that would make us all feel comfortable, I don't know. And that's no offense to anybody, it's just true.
All right. Any other business to come before the committee at this time? Oh, yeah, come on.
Won't take up much time. So we've talked, I guess, last couple of years about being able to find somewhere that the extension office could be, and that we wouldn't have to be paying rent. So there's been a unique opportunity. I've been doing a lot of being on the phone and research of us being able to secure money to build a facility, ag facility. So this could be the extension office there, could be a commercial teaching, commercial kitchen, a covered arena for events, a farmer's market. All that could be there, and there could be money to purchase that or to build that, and all the county would need would be land to build that on. So we'd have to have the land, and it has to be in a favorable spot. A lot of factors as far as being visible, having utilities and things close. But I guess I just wanted to bring that up, that I've been talking to Nashville and then looking at grants, and there's a good chance we could get money to be able to build this facility if we had land, a county on land to put that on. And that would, just done some quick numbers, in the next 15 years, if we rent, it's not almost $850,000, and then over the past 25 years, we've spent a ton of money. The county has over $400,000 in rent roughly. So we wouldn't have to rent. It would be a county-owned facility, and then get access to the county. The facility would, and if we just had land to put that on. So I guess today is to get it out there, let you all know that, hey, there's a good chance we can get the money to build a facility. We just need the land, and maybe trying to target something that we could, purchase if that's something that the county want to do. And I really think it will, not just for extension, but for the county as a whole, it'd save the money, and it'd be great for the economy and to have a farmer's market, have a place for the community to have that and events and have things for the kids. And space could be used for whatever, anything the county wanted to use it for. But any questions
what you're saying is that the county, the money to build it would not come from the county. We don't think. We feel pretty confident that.
So, to answer that, so, nothing, the county would have to show skin in the game. Nothing can obviously be promised or guaranteed, so, but the county would have to show skin in the game in order to get the attention of Nashville. I think the conversation would probably happen in Nashville if the county pursued this. Mike, do you have numbers to how this would be sustained in the future moving forward?
Right, so, one thing about it too, could potentially, and it depends on where the land is, where it's bought, if it's commercial, or, I guess, you know, what type of property we're buying. Could be, if it's commercial or residential, tax rate, how much that's gonna change if we purchase that, rather than get it from somebody else, start taking in there. So that would, and then we already do the maintenance, the maintenance for the facility, for our facilities, the county, which it would change, some for a bigger facility, but then it could be rented out, as well, that facility, and I think it would, it could very easily, not the meeting space. When I grew up, we've actually got Mr. Jennings over at Cherokee, he's doing a class project on this facility, they're doing 3D of it. So it would have a big commercial kitchen, meeting space that could be rented out, and then you got a covered pavilion that could be rented out. Plus, we'd have a farmer's market there that we would be charging, a fee to use that, and if you get a grant, we're going to pay somebody, an employee or somebody to run that. But then you would take that money and help sustain, the cost, ongoing cost of the facility. But yeah, there's ways for sure that it could be, kept going, that facility, and make sure we have that in place, of course. I think that could very well be done.
What's the timeline on, like, looking to need to buy the land? Is that something we're gonna be looking at around the budget cycle, something in the next couple of months? Like, what would that kind of look like?
So, to me, I think if we found something that would work for that, sooner the better, for purchasing something to get. And then two, we're in a 3-year lease, where we're at right now. We're in a 3-year lease, so we've got time, to do that. But while there's a unique opportunity, and while, sooner we can find something, or find the land, if we can find something, I think it's better me personally, to do it while there's availability there.
I guess if you're looking at the state or the legislature helping, doing it while they're in this session, not having to wait till next year, when if you pass it in July or August, then it's not gonna get picked up till next year, next session. But if you did it now, potentially it could be picked up now. Is that true?
I think so, yeah.
To do it now, though, we have to, basically explore from general funds, on the capital, the capital project, so there's.
Well, it depends on the land and price on where we.
Well, and what is it, how many acres do you need? You need access to utilities, and I'm sure you need to be through level and things like that, so what restrictions are you looking at as far as about?
Yeah, so, I think the way they've run it out, far as parking, probably need 4 acres would be nice. And two, with that, we can do demonstrations for farmers, or have our community garden, there. So that would be better for us to be able to have, parking, have enough room for the facility that we got the money, if we get approved to be able to get a big facility, I think we need to build a big facility. That way, if you ever did do horse shows, do certain things, you'd have a big enough facility to be able to do that based on their guidelines or whatever you're, doing. So I think as much room so we're not cramped and have adequate. And And then two, yeah, we probably not been able to hook up the sewer. We're gonna have to have that, you know. It'd be nice to have gas there for if we had something where we could hook into the gas.
I mean, you're looking at 4 acres somewhere inside of town somewhere. Like to have, where do we have any septic access, or not septic access, sewer access anywhere in the county outside of town?
No.
So we're looking at like building inside of a town somewhere, 4 acres.
Yeah, I mean, you'd have to be, yeah.
We're just on the outskirts and pay to run the sewer there, one or the other.
I think this is something that we'd be needing.
Oh, yeah.
You know, you're looking at, Sarah, what was that agreement, 40,000 a year?
It was a lot. I can't remember the numbers.
I know it was enough that I think I said.
It's 45,000.
Yeah, let's sign this one and find some property. I know that's what we need.
Yeah.
It's 45,000, and like I said, we got 3 years, so to me, I like to be out of there by the 3.
Well, and I think just the opportunities, not only for education that this will provide, but, you know, for the ag extension, local students being able to sell, you know, show animals, or, you know, local farmers market, the classes that they're already working on.
CTE, I was talking to him right out here, that could be something, I don't know, you know, Brooks County, that could be used, they could use. The big one too is farmers market. If we can get to where people can use SNAP benefits to buy fresh produce, and we've got a lot of people here in the county that grow vegetables, and, I think that could be a big asset too.
Randy, do you have something you want to add?
Industrial park?
Industrial park? Is there a sewer access there?
Not sure.
There is a
I
sewer
think
access.
there is.
to Industrial Park?
Comes from Kingsport through Church Hill, sure there's sewer. Nice and pretty good spots, and, you know, back when you get past all the industrial spots, back in that over there.
There may or may not be 4 acres left in there.
Yeah, it's filling up pretty quick.
Mhm.
What about that?
I think it could be put somewhere in there, but it's just gonna be, it'd be tight.
But I guess this, you know, this will get us thinking, and y'all think about what's available, and we could get, I don't know, step of where we could actually find something or move something.
And what if we authorize the mayor and extension office to begin looking for property that could suit his needs? I'll make that motion. We need to have it in motion form.
I don't know that we have to have a motion. I think we would just.
If you're not gonna attach any money to it, I don't know that it'd be 100% necessary.
I mean, I think just looking, I don't think it hurts to look and shop around.
Would that work for you, Blake, to be able to look around, shop around, and
Yeah.
then come back in February and present what you find?
I definitely think, I felt like the committee, when we adopted your lease agreement, we were all kind of in agreement that we need to own the property, and if the state's ag extension or whatever is going to build a building and basically let us use it, that's kind of a win-win.
Well, we don't know. You know, that's not guaranteed.
There's a possibility, it's still nice, think about it.
Well, either way, whether they will or they won't, the fact is, how long we've been renting, we could have already built something, and we can build it to our needs and support the local community. Because when you have events and you bring people in, they're gonna spend their money here. So, to me, it's a win-win with the biggest emphasis on the education, you know, for the students and benefit the students.
And 3 years is not a long time to make something like this happen.
It'll be-
We're already less than 3 years.
It'll be
because
gone
we
before
signed
you know
that
it.
lease in December, correct?
Mm-hmm.
It's true. All right, well, Blake, thank you.
Yeah.
Is there any other business to come before the committee at this time?